10. Facts about your brain that sound fake. What if I told you that the most mysterious object you will ever encounter is already inside your head? Your brain creates your reality, stores your memories, controls your body, and somehow turns electrical signals into thoughts, emotions, dreams, and decisions. But the strangest part is this. Many of the most shocking facts about the human brain sound completely fake. From rewiring itself after damage to making decisions before you are even aware of them, your brain is far more bizarre than most people realize. Here are 10 facts about your brain that sound fake, but are absolutely real. Number 1. Your brain can change its own structure. For a long time, scientists believed the human brain was mostly fixed after childhood. They thought that once your brain developed, that was basically it. But that is not true. Your brain is constantly changing itself. This ability is called neuroplasticity. Every time you learn something new, practice a skill, build a habit, or recover from injury, your brain physically reorganizes its connections. That means your brain is not like a machine built once and left alone. It is more like a living city that is always rebuilding roads, creating shortcuts, and changing traffic patterns based on what you do every day. If you practice piano, your brain changes. If you learn a language, your brain changes. If you spend hours scrolling endlessly through short videos, your brain changes for that too. In other words, your daily behavior is literally shaping the structure of your mind. And that sounds fake, but it is real. Number 2, your brain sometimes makes decisions before you know you made them. You probably feel like you consciously decide what to do, and then your body follows. But some experiments suggest something much stranger. In certain situations, brain activity linked to a decision appears before a person becomes consciously aware of making that choice. In simple terms, your brain may begin preparing your action before you feel like you decided anything at all. That raises a deeply unsettling question. If your brain starts making choices before your conscious mind notices, then how much control do you really have? It feels like you are the one driving. But sometimes, it may be more accurate to say that your conscious mind is the passenger who gets informed a moment later. That is one of the creepiest facts in neuroscience. Your brain may act first and explain it to you afterward. Number 3. Your brain can fill in missing information without telling you. You think you see the world exactly as it is, but you do not. Your brain is constantly editing reality. Your eyes have blind spots where the optic nerve exits the retina. In those spots, you are technically missing visual information. But you do not see black holes floating in your vision because your brain quietly fills in the missing parts. It does the same thing with sound, language, memory, and perception. Your brain is always predicting, guessing, smoothing, and reconstructing reality so that your experience feels complete and seamless. The scary part is that you usually do not notice any of this happening. You are not experiencing raw reality. You are experiencing your brain's best edited version of it. And most of the time, the edit is so convincing that you never question it. Number 4. Your brain can generate pain that feels completely real, even when the cause is gone. Pain feels direct and obvious. If something hurts, it must mean something is physically wrong right now. But the brain is much stranger than that. Pain is not simply damage. Pain is an experience created by the brain based on signals, context, expectation, memory, and perceived threat. This is one reason phantom limb pain can happen. A person can lose an arm or a leg and still feel pain in the missing limb. The limb is gone, but the pain is real. That sounds impossible, yet it happens. The brain can also reduce pain under extreme stress or increase it based on fear and expectation. In other words, pain is not always a simple reflection of reality. It is a brain-generated protective response. That does not mean pain is imaginary. It means the brain is powerful enough to create a very real experience even in bizarre situations. Number 5. Your brain uses an enormous amount of energy. Your brain is only about 2% of your body weight, but it uses around 20% of your body's energy. That is a ridiculous amount for something so small. Even when you are sitting still, saying nothing, And doing almost nothing physically, your brain is burning energy non-stop to maintain electrical activity, regulate your body, process information, and keep you alive. Inside your skull, billions of nerve cells are constantly firing signals, maintaining connections, and coordinating with one another in real time. It is like carrying around a supercomputer that never fully turns off. And the weirdest part is that most of this energy use happens outside your awareness. Even when you think you are doing nothing, your brain is doing an unbelievable amount of work in silence. Number 6. Memories are not stored like video recordings. Most people imagine memory like a file in a computer or a video clip stored on a hard drive. But that is not how it works. Every time you remember something, you do not simply play back a perfect recording. Instead, your brain reconstructs the memory from stored pieces. And during that reconstruction, the memory can change. That means memory is less like opening a file and more like rebuilding a scene from fragments every time you revisit it. Details can be added. Details can be lost. Emotions can distort what happened. Other people's stories can alter your own memory without you realizing it. This is why eyewitness testimony can be so unreliable, even when someone sounds completely sincere. The terrifying part is this: you can be absolutely sure about a memory and still be wrong. Your brain is not just storing the past, it is rewriting it. Number 7. Your brain can learn to ignore things that are always there. Right now, your skin is touching your clothes. You probably were not thinking about that until I mentioned it. Your brain filters out an enormous amount of constant information so you can focus on what seems important. That includes background sounds, repeated sensations, stable smells, and visual details that do not appear to change. This is why you stop noticing the feeling of a watch on your wrist, the hum of a fan, or the pressure of a chair under your body after a while. Your brain decides these things are not urgent and fades them into the background. That sounds useful, and it is. But it also means your experience of reality is heavily filtered. Your brain is not showing you everything. It is showing you what it thinks matters most. Reality is not just what is out there. Reality is what your brain allows into consciousness. Number 8. The brain can dream entire worlds in minutes. Every night while you sleep, your brain can build scenes, characters, emotions, voices, movement, stories, and environments that feel completely real while you are inside them. Dreams can be vivid, emotional, terrifying, beautiful, or utterly bizarre. And while you are dreaming, your brain often accepts impossible events without question. You might be flying. You might be talking to someone who died years ago. You might walk through a city that never existed, and yet it feels normal in the moment. Think about how strange that is. Your brain can create an immersive virtual reality experience from nothing, without a screen, without speakers, without external input, and convince you it is real until you wake up. In other words, your brain is already a world simulator, and every night it proves it. Number 9. Your brain is faster than your conscious awareness, but slower than you think. This one sounds contradictory, but it is true. Some brain processes happen incredibly fast, far faster than conscious thought. Your brain can detect threats, recognize faces, process language patterns, and coordinate movement in fractions of a second. But at the same time, what you consciously experience as now may actually be slightly delayed. Your brain is collecting information, processing it, and assembling your experience with tiny delays. So your conscious awareness may not be a live feed in the way you imagine. It may be more like a carefully assembled stream that arrives a little after the brain has already started interpreting events. That means the present moment you feel so directly might not be perfectly immediate. Your brain is showing you reality with editing, timing adjustments, and interpretation built in. And somehow, it makes the illusion feel seamless. Number 10. Your brain created your sense of self. Perhaps the strangest fact of all is this: the voice in your head, your identity, your sense of being you, is also a product of brain activity. Everything you call yourself, your preferences, your memories, your emotions, your internal narration, your feeling of continuity over time, depends on the brain. Damage to certain brain regions can change personality. Disease can alter memory. Chemicals can change mood. Sleep loss can distort judgment. Injury can affect impulse control, empathy, language, or even the sense of reality itself. That means the self you feel so deeply connected to is not something floating above the brain. It is tied directly to biology. And that idea can be unsettling, because it means that your thoughts are not separate from the physical organ inside your skull. They emerge from it. The brain is not just something you have a psycho. In a very real sense, it is the system that creates the experience of being you. And that may be the weirdest fact of all. So those were 10 facts about your brain that sound fake, but are completely real. The human brain is powerful, flexible, energy-hungry, deeply mysterious, and in many ways still not fully understood. It edits your reality, reshapes itself through experience, rebuilds your memories, filters your world, and may even start making choices before you consciously know about them. The more we learn about the brain, the stranger it becomes. Which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more fascinating facts about the human body, the mind, science, and the universe, subscribe to the channel. Because sometimes the strangest thing in existence is not out there in space. It is already inside your head.